political stability in Somalia has never been a prerequisite for economic growth here. In fact, 21 years of turmoil and Somalia's private businesses have been getting better year in, year out. That is an indicator of how resilient Somali businesses are and how risk takers the Somali businessmen and women are. Actually, speaking about reaction, Somalis have been in awe at the prospect of a stock market for Somalia in Nairobi, and some even lament on the fact that why is it in Nairobi and why is the stock market not opening in Mogadishu? That has been the question. However, some critics say Somalis are not ready for that yet. They say if Somalia is ready for a stock market, for securities exchange market, it ought to be open in Mogadishu and not in Nairobi. Some are questioning the legitimacy of it and saying, how come? They have never heard of anything like a stock market for one country hosted another country. But generally, the reaction has been quite good, and people are very happy at the prospect. They're saying Somali businesses have gone to a new level.
Right. Talking about the question of legitimacy, for an investor who's looking at putting money into the market, they would probably be asking, Kenya's providing the technical assistance in setting up the market, but what legal framework will it operate under? Will it be Kenyan law? Will it be the Somali justice system? Which one is it?
Rama, that has been the $1 million question. Somalis are in dilemma regarding that. Given the fact that Somalis are entirely, almost 99% Muslims, and given the fact that Eid Mohammed has said that the stock exchange will transact and feature halal equities and will also trade sukuk securities. Now, sukuk securities are Islamic bonds that must adhere to the strict principles of Islamic investment, where nothing illegitimate, anything that is the opposite of halal, that's called haram, must not be transacted in the business. Besides, there should be no interest, there should be no dividends, profit is allowed. Then again, some tell me that even the Muslim scholars in Somalia are not prepared for this. They're saying the idea of stock exchange is a foreign thing, is a new thing in Somalia. Somalia, even in the former government, didn't have a stock exchange market. Therefore, they say even the Somali scholars, Somali Muslim scholars, need to go back to their books and research on this issue. It has been quite funny. But then again, Eid has not been in contact with the Somali Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It needs to come to Mogadishu first and discuss that with the Somali businessmen and Somalia's Muslim scholars. Up to now, that is one thing that has never been clear up to this point.
Right. And now, last question for you. There have not been any hard timelines so far on the establishment of the bourses yet, but has Eid Mohammed, the diplomat behind this idea, provided any clarification whatsoever on that?
Like I've just said, Eid Mohammed has never been in contact with Somalia's Chamber of Commerce and Industry. He has never been in contact with the Somali investment community. They are telling me that Eid has to come over to Mogadishu and discuss the modalities with them. That is the only way they can set the timelines together. Eid has to reach out to the business community, he has to reach out to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and together they have to craft a definite timeline, and they have to agree on many things, many other modalities, including the sukuk bonds, including the halal equities that need to be transacted, including whether regional powerhouses have to be incorporated or have to be hosted, and the shares of those of those big companies, East African companies, have to be traded in the Somali stock exchange. Therefore, right now we don't still have timelines, but we're still waiting from Eid, the brainchild behind this initiative, and hopefully Eid will respond. And when he responds, we will have a clear timeline regarding this whole issue, this whole interesting idea of a foreign stock exchange for Somalia in Mogadishu, in Nairobi rather. Sorry.
Fascinating stuff. CCTV's Mohammed Hirmoge talking to us live from Mogadishu. Some very interesting news there concerning the establishment of a capital and equities market in Mogadishu.